Hello everyone, Fluffy here. Excuse me, I'm sorry it's been so long since my last update. I got in from being in the hospital this past Tuesday, and the kid came home Friday, and unfortunately, she will be flying back out on assignment again tomorrow. So I didn't have her here for very long, but it was good to see her. And again, I'm going to miss her while she's gone. It's going to be a very short trip this time, but any time away from me, I hate. But I'm excited for her because she's excited. I think it's going to be someplace she hasn't been before. So there's been that. As for me, still in a lot of pain. Haven't used any narcotics since the second day home. I don't like that crap. So been toughing it out without it. And of course, with my fibro, I will probably struggle more than the average time that you're supposed to struggle. Went to see the doctor yesterday. They took the staples out. The nurse did, and that was an ordeal. I've been afraid to eat because I really feel like, even though for a few days before I went to the emergency room, I told y'all, I felt my stomach feeling funny and stuff, but I really had no clue or inclination that it was the hernia. But then I had that kimchi jjigae the night before it came out all the way and got twisted and crimped and all of that. But I know that I need to eat more, so my daughter has been pushing me to eat better, to eat more stuff. And what's really weird is it's been stuff that I feel like I really shouldn't be eating. It would not be something that I would be eating had this incident never happened and I was still on the low carb thing. But I have been waking up with very low numbers, at least low sugar numbers for me. Y'all, I've been having problems with that. And the numbers have been like 125, 128. I think one of them was 135, which is better than 147, 150, 160. So I don't know what that's about. I don't know if the hernia, the guts getting put back where they're supposed to do is help that. But the reason I say that I have to eat more, I've been doing a lot of broth. It's what I've been in the mood for. I'm not afraid to eat it. But yesterday, I only had a cup of beef broth. And I went to the doctor. It was at 1 o'clock. And we got there. And the lady started pulling the staples out. And some of them hurt really, really bad. I started to panic about that. And when it was all said and done, I was so distraught about it that I started to panic. And I started to feel lightheaded. And at one point, I didn't lose consciousness, but I kind of drifted away. And my daughter said it was only a few minutes, but she noticed it. She goes, "Mom, we lost you for a few seconds there." And I'm like, well, I could feel it in my brain, but I didn't realize y'all could see it. The nurse kind of panicked, called the doctor in there, the surgeon. He made me lay back and relax, and he was kind of grinning. And I said, "Doc, I told you I'm a sissy lala." But my daughter says when something like that happens, you automatically start burning carbs, calories, and all of that because your adrenaline starts going, and I just didn't have enough. After that, I felt like total crap, and my daughter's like, "Let's get you some food." And so we went to Subway, and she bought me a little bowl of soup and a sandwich. Never got the sandwich, never felt better. So I came home, staggered in the house. It was all I could do not to push her to the side. I said, I really need to go lay down. So she moved over, and I went and I napped for a couple of hours. And then when I got up, I felt better, but she had bought some chicken and we ate that. And so I'm feeling a lot better. I was supposed to go to my primary today. It was an appointment made for me. And I think they just I've got a copy of every lab result and everything that they did in the hospital. So I think that's what they were wanting. They were just wanting a copy of that. So I'll have to reschedule. Just kind of nervous to get out and about until I can get some more food in me. Even though it's not Wednesday, since I knew I was going to make this video, because I know a lot of y'all have been asking and have been worried about me. So I went ahead and weighed myself and everything. So we're going to make it weigh in Tuesday, because I don't think I'll make another video tomorrow. On 8/1, which I went into the emergency room, went to the hospital on the 6th. So 8/1, if y'all recall, because I think I did a video, I was 282.2. On the 15th, I was 278.8. Today, on 8/21, I am 272.8. And that's with eating the meals that I am eating not being really, really good for me. So I don't know what that's about, but I've got to get a handle on not being afraid to eat and eating the healthier foods. The problem is that my niece is going to be staying here. She's gone home for a couple of days while my daughter's here, and then she will be back tomorrow afternoon because my daughter leaves tomorrow. So she'll be staying with me, but she doesn't know how to cook. I know I put a picture of some baked chicken, and my niece did it, but I had to talk her through the recipe. So I don't know how that's going to work going forward. We'll have to see. So, and then I'm just looking at my numbers. I'll have to check my blood sugar tonight. But this morning, see, it's been 123, 135, 127. So, and then I only checked my blood sugar once this week in the evening and see the 118. So, and that 140, I didn't eat anything hardly the night before. So, just going to have to try to get a handle on that, because every time my tummy starts feeling full, I start to panic. Oh my God, it's going to come out, but it's fixed. But in my brain, it's going to come out again, and I'm going to end up back at the hospital. Yes, some silly thinking. But, so I'm just maintaining. The doctor did tell me I was released. I can start driving again because he knows I'm not on any of the pain medication. He said, just drive, but I'm still on the other restrictions. Not lifting over 20 pounds. I need to rest a lot and don't pick anything up off the floor, which is why my niece is going to come back and help me with the dogs because, you know, their dog food's on the floor, etc., etc. So, but I am hanging in there. I am doing okay. Still alive. Still doing pretty good. So it's just a matter of healing and getting some of my want to do stuff. You know, I move around slow. It makes me nervous. I don't want to bust. And now that the staples are out, I'm even more paranoid that the outside will pop open. He said some separation is normal once the thingies come out. The staples, that he put steri strips on there, but I was sweating so bad. He goes, I don't know how long these will last. He said, you know, after 4 and 5 days, if they haven't popped off, you can go ahead and remove them. But I'm more inclined to let them come off themselves because of how paranoid I am. As this was a situation I just really don't want to happen again. So 7.5 minutes. I hope this is enough to make y'all stop worrying about me. I really appreciate the worry, but I'm doing fine. Trust me, if I were back at the hospital or if something bad were to happen, I would ask somebody, either Mrs. Sarge or Martin, to do an update video for me if I were unable to do it myself. So, but I thank you for all the emails, for all the comments. I've been able to answer most of them. I have read them all, unless sometimes YouTube doesn't give me a notification that there's a comment. But I'm doing fine. Still haven't gone to the post office. I know somebody sent me something in a swatch, like right after I went into the hospital. I contacted the main postal system and asked them if they could hold my mail. I'm hoping that they did so. If y'all got stuff sent back to you, I apologize so much. If you don't want to send it back, I totally understand. This was a situation not in my control. I mean, I got barely somebody to watch my dogs. So to ask them to look for my post office box, you know, wasn't going to happen. So hopefully sometime this week I can run up there and hopefully they have held my mail. Obviously, the deadline for the swatches has been somewhat extended because I'm just not in a place where I can get with the quilter and stuff like that. So, but I'll let you know as that progresses. They're on my Facebook, so I think they know what's happened. So, anyway, I've seen some of y'all's videos. Martin, I watched your most recent one where you made the boil. I did answer that. Views on the road. I watched a couple of yours. Didn't comment because I was viewing them on my phone. And I type like crap if I comment on my phone. So, but just haven't really done a whole lot. Just been kind of maintaining and mentally preparing myself for the kid to leave town again. But she's excited because it's somewhere she hasn't been before. And I'm excited for her. At least she came home and I got to see her. Because originally, I told you, her schedule changes a lot because she wasn't supposed to come home till today. And then she was going to fly out tomorrow. So I was kind of lucky that they finished up early and she was able to come home on Friday. So the plan is that she flies out tomorrow. So having said that, God bless y'all. Positive vibes out to each and every one of you. Remember to always be kind and be your own advocate. I love y'all, and I will talk to y'all real soon. Bye.